Hello mathematicians, puzzlers, and other curious people. In this video, we are putting together some tangrams into some shapes to meet some specifications. This is based on a problem from the junior high general math class, so if you've got that worksheet in front of you, please follow along with it also. The first problem says to compose, which means put together, two small triangles into a square. So I'm grabbing two small triangles, rotating them around, and there we go, we've got a square. Now the area of this square, we can tell, is 1 square unit because it's the same size square as the green square, which we're told is 1 square unit. Then we're told to compose any tangrams into a new shape which is not a square and which has an area of 1 square unit. So one idea I have about this is we could take these that we know have the right total area and just put them together differently. So here's one option of a different way to put them together. And here's another option. So you've got some different possibilities of what you can do. The next problem says to compose any tangrams into a new shape which is not a square and which has an area of 2 square units. So 2 square units is a little harder. That's as much area as 2 of the green squares. So we know this is 1. We can bring this along. So that is 2 square units collectively, and that's one option of a shape you can make. Now, another way you could handle this is you could say, okay, I'm going to grab the other 2 triangles and make another square unit that way. So we don't want a square, it says in the problem statement. But we could make, for example, this rectangle. So yeah, you've got options. Now we haven't used the blue or the purple triangles yet. I'd like to know the area of those. I see here that the purple triangle has an area of 1 square unit, just like the green square and the 2 orange triangles. So I can use that also to help us make something interesting. There we go. Kind of a sideways fox or cat head, isn't it? Okay, so we know that's 2 square units. Next, we're told to compose any tangrams into a different new shape, which is not a square, and which has an area of 2 square units. So, again, you might use the rectangle for that, or this shape, anything like that. Finally, we're told to compose any tangrams into a new shape which is not a square and which has an area of 4 square units. So I'm curious about the blue triangle for a moment. I noticed that the blue triangle has an area of 4 square units because it's the same shape you could make by composing 2 orange triangles and the green square. So there we've got 2 square units. So there we've got 2 square units. So then we need another 2 square units. We could use these. And then we can just compose them together and see what we get. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but it's a shape and it has an area of 4 square units. Your ideas might be different from mine, and that's fine. Just make sure that they have the right area. And you can tell if they have the right area by checking that the pieces can be decomposed and then added up to find the right area. Tangrams can also be really interesting to just experiment with creatively and see what you might make. Calculator!